Headshot.
Have you seen other Division 2 players rolling around with gear scores over 460? Well, it's pretty easy to do, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to manually increase the gear score of your weapons and armor. But before we get into that, it's important to understand where the gear score comes from. If you've played over 10 hours of the Division 2, I'm sure you've run across a scenario where you've had a weapon or piece of armor that has a higher gear score, but lower base stats than the exact same item with a lower gear score. It can be especially frustrating when you're trying to decide what to keep and what to salvage or sell. I mean, does a higher gear score mean that's a better item, even if its base stats are low? The answers can be found at the recalibration table. In this first example of how you can manually increase an item's gear score, I'm going to walk you through the recalibration process step by step, just in case you're not familiar with how it works. Then we'll breeze through a few more examples. So, the first thing you'll want to do when recalibrating an item is to choose the item you want to enhance. In this example, we're going to choose the Fenris Group AB chest piece that has a gear score of 451. Next, we're going to choose one of the 3 stat bonuses near the top. The weakest stat bonus is the best one to choose, but if you're not familiar with which one is the best or the worst, you can just run through all 3 of them to see where the most improvement can be made. But in this example, I'm going to choose the health bonus to recalibrate. Now, you'll see the other chest pieces that you have in your inventory appear on the left that have either a health or armor bonus that you can swap over to the Fenris AB that we're trying to enhance. The first chest piece we'll look at has a gear score of 440, but the health bonus it offers is still better than what the Fenris has, so let's select it and see what happens. Underneath the Fenris's gear score, you can see a green number in parentheses. In this case, it says 457. So if we decide to follow through with this recalibration, the Fenris AB chest piece would raise from a gear score of 451 to 457. But let's see if we can't get that number higher. Let's check out this level 450 chest piece that offers an armor bonus of 6,847. The first thing you should look at is its capped number. You won't get the full 6,847 bonus armor, but you'll still get 5,626. As you can see just below the Fenris AB's gear score, this recalibration would raise the gear score from 451 to 466. Keep in mind that you can only choose one stat to recalibrate. Once the recalibration has been done, you'll only ever be able to recalibrate that one stat again, so try and choose carefully. In this next example, let's try to raise the gear score of this backpack that already has a gear score of 457. As you can see, I have already recalibrated this backpack, so I can only recalibrate that same stat section, but none of the others. So let's see what can be improved. I could raise the cooldown reduction by 1 point. This would raise the gear score of the backpack I want to enhance by 6. But let's say I'd rather have more skill power. This Wyvernware backpack offers 813 skill power, and that would raise my backpack's gear score from 457 to 465. Let's do a weapon now. This SR1 has a gear score of 440, so what if we swapped out the plus 92% headshot damage with something else? If we took the headshot bonus off of this M700 carbon and put it onto the SR1, the bonus would go from 92% to 101%, and it would increase the SR1's gear score from 440 to 455. If you use this knowledge with every piece of armor that you own, you'll quickly see your overall gear score rise, but more importantly, you'll have a better, stronger character to play with. All of this will be especially useful when trying to create specific builds, like skill power build, which many people struggle with, but now you know the back end of how it can be done. I'm still working on a skill power build of my own, but I'll be sure to make a video on that and how I did it once everything's finished. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, it would help to have a gaming channel out a ton if you dropped a like on it. And if you're feeling especially charitable today, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and Godspeed.